Hi and welcome to Omni Edition Garden City. I'm Dan York. This week on the program, Gabrielle Poshadlo will be here. She's from the Detroit Symphony Orchestra, and we're going to talk about the free concert that the DSO will be having here in Garden City on October 1st at O'Leary Auditorium. There will be 4 concerts in 5 days put on by the DSO. They're all free. They're all sponsored by DTE Energy, and Garden City was fortunate enough to be one of the communities that is going to receive one of these free concerts. We'll also have Autumn Jennings here. She is the granddaughter of Kim Dold, who you may know as the president of the Garden City PTA, and also as one of the folks with the Garden City Downtown Development Authority. She wrote the letter that went to the DSO that helped bring this free concert to Garden City. Then after that, we'll have Allyson Bettis with us. She's going to talk about Garden City's new policy of accepting credit cards for tax payments, water bill payments, or building department permits. But before we get to that, our upfront segment here on Omni Edition Garden City, and it starts with our next City Council meeting. And our next City Council meeting here at City Hall will be on Monday, July 14th. You know the drill. You can watch it live right here on GCTV beginning at 7 o'clock. You can watch it streamed to the internet live at 7 o'clock on Monday, or you can watch it played back Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 10, 2, 7, and 11, or watch it played back on YouTube on demand. For all of that information, go to the city's website, www.gardencitymi.org/GCTV, for all the information on how you can watch programming right here on GCTV. As the summer continues, so do the free Garden City Downtown Development Authority movies. The next one comes up on Wednesday, July 16th. It's the Lego Movie. That will be shown in the parking lot next to Allstate Insurance on the southeast corner of Ford and Middlebelt. That's between the Allstate Insurance and the Moose. And then on July 23rd, behind Albert's on the Alley will be Moneyball. So 2 great movies, both for free. Bring your blankets, bring your pillows, bring your lawn chairs, whatever you want, and free movies available in downtown Garden City on July 16th and on July 23rd. Now coming up August 5th is our primary, and Allyson Bettis will talk more about that during her interview, but we'll have Meet the Candidates for that primary coming up right here on GCTV July 18th through the 27th and August 1st through the 3rd. Candidates in contested races in this primary that were invited include the state representative office, the state senate, and the U.S. congressional seat. And this is a Democratic and Republican primary, so only the contested races were invited to appear on the program. One of the races we weren't able to accommodate during this program was the county executive, because there are 14 candidates alone just for that. Also available to vote on in this election on August 5th, the primary includes the governor's race, U.S. Senate, U.S. Congress, 3 ballot proposals. For more information on all of this, go to the city's website, www.gardencitymi.org. That's www.gardencitymi.org for the full ballot to see what will be on this August 5th primary election. So again, when we get back from this quick break, we will have from the Detroit Symphony Orchestra, Gabrielle Poshadlo. And again, we're going to talk about that free concert that's going to be put on right here in Garden City at O'Leary Auditorium October 1st, featuring the Detroit Symphony Orchestra. We'll be right back.
I was the lucky one. When I was drowning in a Lake Michigan rip current, 2 brave strangers in a kayak saved my life. But far too many people aren't that lucky. So what I want to do now is help you avoid rip currents by checking with the National Weather Service or the beach for warnings. If you're caught in the grip of a rip current, flip, float, and follow the current until you can break free. And before you try to save someone else, save yourself by grabbing a flotation device. Learn more by Googling rip current safety.
You've probably received one of these in the mail, the Juror Questionnaire, which may have found its way here. Next time, don't throw it away. Ignoring your summons is illegal, and you could end up in jail. To streamline the juror selection process, the Third Circuit Court Questionnaire is now combined with the summons to create the new Juror Questionnaire and Summons. Just log on and complete the form online, or fill in the questionnaire and mail it back. After all, it's better to be here than in jail.
Hi, and welcome back to Omni Edition Garden City. I'm Dan York. As we promised up front, Gabrielle Poshadlo is here. She is with the Detroit Symphony Orchestra. Welcome to the program. Welcome to Garden City.
Thank you so much for having me.
So word has probably gotten out by now, but we want to make an exciting announcement about the DSO making an appearance here on Garden City on October 1st, and I will let you do that.
Yeah, well, Garden City was actually nominated by residents of Garden City to receive a free DSO concert, and it was part of a larger competition that we held that's sponsored by DTE Energy Foundation, which allows residents of Metro Detroit neighborhoods to nominate their city to receive a free concert. So we're going to be in 4 concerts in October, or four neighborhoods in October. Brighton, Lake Orion, Detroit at Greater Grace Temple, and Garden City High School. So we're very excited to go some places we've never been before.
And this is the 3rd year that the DSO has done this sort of thing?
Mm-hmm. It's the 3rd year that DTE has sponsored this really unique competition style. We've been doing community concerts for free in the neighborhoods for a long time, but this is a really unique way that we go about choosing where we go, because we want to be fair and we want to be in places where we know that the community is really wants us. So it's great to know that we have fans in Garden City.
And due to the sponsorship of DTE, this is a free concert.
Absolutely. Yeah, tickets are required, so you can go to dso.org and log on and reserve your tickets. And I would do that soon, because I hear that Garden City is nearly sold out already.
Okay. So that's 900 seats that have gone in less than a week.
Yes, it's crazy in just a few days. So
fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So tell us a little bit about the Detroit Symphony Orchestra for anyone who isn't familiar. Obviously, fundraising is a key part of any symphony in any community, as Absolutely. It's been for the DSO, and I guess the most exposure you can have out in the community can only help your fundraising efforts.
Absolutely. Fundraising is the backbone of our business model. So when you purchase a ticket and come to Orchestra Hall, that pays for only a fraction of our operating costs. So we depend on the generosity of the community to keep us going. Okay.
Tell folks about the Detroit Symphony Orchestra and your great conductor in case they don't know about them.
Sure. The Detroit Symphony has been around for 127 years now. So we are the 3rd oldest symphony in the United States. So definitely a long time-tested institution. Leonard Slacken is actually, we're very lucky to have him. He is one of the nation's most famous conductors and one of the most famous American conductors. For whatever reason, there just aren't as many American conductors out there as conductors come from Europe and other places. So he has been championed for his love of American music. So things like John Williams, John Adams, composers who have come from his homeland is something that he's really passionate about. And so he's world renowned for that, and for discovering new composers and championing their careers.
and you guys just had a very unique concert there at the Detroit Symphony Orchestra, featuring music from the Star Wars trilogies. Is that correct? Star
Wars was part of it. We had John Williams come to Orchestra Hall, which is really exciting. He is. Everybody has heard John Williams' music. Maybe they don't realize that he wrote it, but he wrote the music for Star Wars, for E.T., for Jaws, Harry Potter. Movie music is a genre of classical music that I think most people don't even realize they're listening to classical music when they listen to a movie score. And so we did a full program of John Williams music, and we welcomed Steven Spielberg to the stage to narrate some of it and sort of tell some stories about his long partnership with John Williams. So it was a really special evening. It sold out in 15 minutes, and it was something that none of us will ever forget, I don't think.
So let's talk about the competition that is bringing this October 1st concert to Garden City. And in just a couple of minutes, we're going to have a young lady here with us who I understand was kind of a major player at a very young age in helping Garden City land this concert. But talk about the process and how this, because it all happened very quickly for us.
Yeah, well, we ask for letters of support from community members. So we know exactly who is asking us to come and why they think the DSO would make a great addition to their community. And Autumn Jennings is a young girl from Garden City who took it upon herself to write a letter and ask the DSO to come to her hometown. And we were really touched by that. Of course, our audience tends to skew a little older, and so when we know that we have a young fan, we always want to do what we can to please them. So
And cultivate them, of course.
Absolutely.
Now, Kim Dold, who is Autumn's grandmother, who is with the Downtown Development Authority and a bunch of other things, PTA president here in Garden City, she was the one that really did the legwork on getting this whole thing going. Kathy Harmon, the fire chief here in Garden City, she's actually the one that stumbled across, I guess, this opportunity and just kind of threw it out there to see if somebody would jump on it. And Autumn's grandmother, Kim, did jump on that, and we're very happy about that. We're very happy about what Autumn did. Now, do we know in advance the program, if you will, for these community concerts?
The programming actually hasn't been decided on yet, but it will likely be classical selections that are for the casual listener, so maybe things that you've heard of before.
Is that considered pops? I mean, is that where the term pops comes from as far as mainstream people are more likely to know it?
You could call some of the lighter classics pops, sure. Things like Beethoven's Fifth, things like that in our world are considered popular music.
Okay.
So it will be, something like that, most likely that you've heard of before. Maybe you don't even know the name of it, but you've definitely heard the piece.
Okay.
So something like Copeland's Hoedown, which is, everybody knows that piece as the song from Beef, It's What's for Dinner.
Okay. And again, there you go with the scores. That's not a movie score, but a score from a commercial that people, again, don't recognize they're listening to classical music.
Absolutely. People know that song, they love that song, and they don't realize that it was written by the great American composer Aaron Copland as part of a ballet. So we hope to teach people those things and also give them a really great evening of music.
Now, the DSO's season, if you will, is kind of a fall to spring. Is that correct or not? But you're still very, very active during the summertime, just finishing up with the Greenfield Village concerts.
Yeah, our season at Orchestra Hall goes from October to June. And those are our classical subscription concerts, the type of concerts that you think of when you think of a symphony. But in the summer, we like to play outdoors whenever we get the chance. We go to Greenfield Village for 4 concerts for some patriotic entertainment during the Independence Day season. This weekend we'll be at Ford House in Grosse Pointe Shores, where we'll play on the lawn of the Etzel and Eleanor Ford Mansion. It's a really magical evening. Yeah, so there are 2 concerts there. Tomorrow night, actually, we're at home at Orchestra Hall with the Indigo Girls, so we're doing a sort of a different program tomorrow. So yeah, the summer is a time for us to really have fun and go to some places that we don't normally get to during the
And there's been so much work that was done on music or on Orchestra Hall over the last 10 years, and really big changes, because there's more than just the performance hall there now. There's also educational opportunities, correct?
Absolutely, yes. We have one of the largest classical music education programs in the country. So every week, more than 1,000 kids come to the Maxim Fisher Music Center to work on their instruments with our really great instructors. They have the opportunity to work with Leonard Slatkin, with the musicians of the DSO. It's a really unique program, and if any of you Garden City kids are playing an instrument, you should look into it for sure.
Okay. And again, that website for the Detroit Symphony Orchestra is?
DSO.org.
Very simple, DSO.org.
Yeah.
And located there on Woodward Avenue, right around Mack Avenue.
Just north of Mack in Midtown.
Okay.
So yeah, come see us.
And with a new railway line coming
Right.
to a road near you sometime
Right in
soon,
front
it
of
looks
us.
like.
Oh yes.
And that should help things immensely too.
Yeah, we're excited about it.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk more about this October 1st concert that will occur at O'Leary Auditorium here in Garden City at Garden City High School. But in a minute, we're going to bring Autumn Jennings in to talk with us again. She's the young lady who wrote a letter that kind of helped sway this whole thing towards Garden City and to bring the DSO here for that free concert. So we'll take a break, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to Omni Edition Garden City. I am Dan York, and we're continuing to talk about this great Detroit Symphony Orchestra concert that will be at Garden City's O'Leary Auditorium. That's going to be on October 1st, 7 o'clock for that. I actually did 7:30 for that concert. Yeah. And tickets are available through the DSO's website at dso.org for now, but they're going very fast.
Very fast.
All right. And as you can see, we got a little younger in the room. This is Autumn Jennings, and she wrote one of the letters that went to the Detroit Symphony Orchestra that helped us secure this concert here. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Now tell us a little bit about yourself. How old are you?
I'm 10 years old and I just turned 10.
You just turned 10? And did you have a birthday party?
Yeah, me and a couple of my friends went to a hotel.
Very neat. Wow, we went to a hotel?
Yeah.
Wow. And what school do you go to?
I go to Douglas Elementary.
Okay. And what grade are you going into next year?
5th grade.
5th grade, okay. And Douglas is 4 or 5, is that right? Or
Douglas is 3 and 4, and then.
Oh, so you're going to go to Farmington next year? Okay, all right. And your mom, or your grandmother rather, I'm sorry, is Kim Dole, correct? Mm-hmm. And she the one that encouraged you to write this letter?
Yeah, she stopped by one day and she was talking about how she had a letter, and I love writing, and so I volunteered to write it.
Okay. Have you ever seen a symphony before?
Yeah.
In person or just on TV or
Just
what? On the
TV.
internet? Okay. And so what in front of you, we cheated. We let her have part of her letter. Why don't you read a part of the letter that you sent to the DSO?
Is this part? I think the DSO coming and doing a free concert would be a very nice thing and bring us closer, not only as a community but as a family, because that is what we are in Garden City.
Very good. That's very, very nice. And you wrote that all by yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So now are you excited? First of all, are you happy that Garden City won this DSO concert?
I'm really happy.
You're very happy? You're almost a quasi-celebrity now, you know that? Are you excited about seeing the concert?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you started looking at other things now that you know that the DSO concert is coming to Garden City? Have you watched for concerts on TV now or anything like that?
Sometimes, mostly I've been playing with my sister.
Yeah.
And my friend Emily has been over a lot.
Yeah.
So I haven't really been watching TV. I've been kind of outside playing with them.
You should be. You absolutely
Yeah.
should be. Stay away from the computer and the video games all summer long. There's plenty of time for that. So are you going to go to the concert?
Mm-hmm.
I
With
certainly
my grandma.
hope you are. Good, I'm glad. No. And now do you have sisters, brothers, sisters? What do you have?
I have 2 sisters. My younger sister, Brooklyn, which is 2.
Okay.
My older sister, Sabrina, which is 16.
Okay.
And then I have 2 brothers, but one of my brothers doesn't live with me.
Okay.
His name is Gabe, and he's 5. And then my brother that does live with me, his name is Jesse, and he's 11, turning 12 in July.
You think some of them are going to go to the concert too, or just you?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Maybe Jesse, but
Okay.
yeah.
Well, when it gets cold enough to go indoors or it's raining, you should go on YouTube and you should look for Detroit Symphony Orchestra performances, or you should look for other symphony performances so you know exactly what you got us into.
I will.
Well, we want to thank you for going to the effort to write this nice letter, and congratulate you on such a good letter, and we're glad that you helped bring the symphony concert here to Garden City.
Thank you.
All right.
You're welcome.
Well, we appreciate it very much. So again, a little bit of activity for the DSO this summer, but kind of quiet. And does this kind of kick off your fall season?
Yeah, it is actually the week before our first week of programming.
Okay.
So,
all right.
yeah, so if you like what you see in Garden City, you can come back to Orchestra Hall the very next week and see us do some really great things. We have I think a Hollywood program planned with our Pops conductor for that first week.
And I imagine most of the schedule for the upcoming season, or some of the schedule for the upcoming season, is available online?
All available. Subscriptions are on sale now. However, single tickets go on sale in August, I believe. So.
Very good. And again, our thanks to the folks at DTE Energy for sponsoring this program to allow this to happen and to bring these concerts into Garden City again. Along with Garden City, it is Greater Grace Temple in Detroit. And what are the other two?
Brighton Center for the Performing Arts and Lake Orion High School.
Okay. Well, we want to thank the Detroit Symphony Orchestra and everyone involved there for allowing this to happen and to bringing your performance to Garden City in October, and we all look forward to it.
Well, we are sincerely looking forward to it as well.
And Autumn, we thank you too.
You're welcome.
All right. We'll have more Omni Edition Garden City right after you watch this.
Really? Buzz, what's up, man? You left some leaves burning out here.
Yeah, I just just came in just for a second.
Come on, man. If it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave. You could torch the whole neighborhood.
It's a good point there, smoky.
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hi, and welcome back to Omni Edition Garden City. I'm Dan York, and as we promised up front, Allyson Bettis is with us. She is Garden City's City Clerk Treasurer, and we're going to talk about some changes here at Garden City City Hall, hopefully changes for the better for residents. Welcome back to the program.
Thank you, Dan. It's always a pleasure to be with you.
So we want to talk about the fact that the city is now accepting credit cards. We've already made it all the way now to the last century, and, and we're now accepting credit cards. But you know, we kind of joke about it, but it's kind of different for us. It's different for us than a store or a retail establishment. It's different when the government accepts credit cards. So it wasn't as easy as everybody thinks it might have been.
It is, and the problem with government accepting credit cards is your retailers, they will pay the cost to process that, and they pay that up front. But our taxpayers don't want to pay that cost up front. And so when we accept credit cards, we're going to do it, and we're going to assess a fee to the people for the convenience of that.
Yeah,
usage.
because it's usually when you go to the store and buy something, anywhere from 1.5% to 3% of your
Correct.
purchase goes to the credit card company if you use a credit card. Well, the city can't absorb 3%.
Right.
So that part of it had to be worked out, and so literally it's a fee, and the fee is a percentage or a minimum?
There is a flat fee, there's a 3% of the transaction charge, and a minimum of $2.
Okay.
And then also you can use over the internet, you can use e-checks, which is a flat fee of $3.
Okay. All right, and let's talk about all the different layers of this, because internet is different than in person, and there's also a phone component of it. All right, let's first of all talk about coming into City Hall. someone that comes into City Hall now can use their credit card for virtually everything in the building.
Virtually everything in the building. Your animal licenses, your birth and death records, your building permits, fence permits, your, of course, taxes, your water department. And I think a lot of people like to get the points that they can get from using the credit card, and so they like to use it that way.
All right. And the court, by the way, just for the record, the court is a totally separate animal. They do accept credit cards, but that has nothing to do with us.
That is a different entity.
Okay, totally, whatsoever. All right. So water bill, dog license, building permit, taxes.
Birth certificate, anything that you can get at City Hall, you're virtually able to pay with a credit card.
And again, that same percentage or flat fee
or
charge applies.
Correct.
Okay. Now, on the internet, not as many options, but you can do internet or phone, correct?
Yes. So the options for the phone and for the internet are the same. And so when I say the internet, I also mean the phone. But basically, you can pay your tax bill there. You can pay your water bill there. You can pay a special assessment there. You can pay a miscellaneous receivables for those of you who, naughty, have not mowed their lawn and we assessed you a charge of some sort for that. You can pay those there. Any charge that is associated in some way with your property. So taxes, water, special assessments, and miscellaneous receipts.
And these are the only things that people can get to anyways on the internet.
That is correct.
You can't do a building permit on the internet. You can't do a dog license on the internet, that sort of thing.
You cannot do a building permit yet, but pretty soon we are actually hoping that we are getting that program also assessed to the internet.
Okay, and without getting too technical, everything that falls under what we call, is it BS&A?
BS&A is this system.
Everything has an initial that we deal with. So everything that falls under BS&A, when you go to the city website, on the home page, there's a red button on the right, kind of halfway down, and it says, do you want to look at your water bill, your taxes, and there's something else there that's I'm drawing a blank on at the moment.
Special assessments.
Special assessments, okay. So if you click on that, that then takes you into the BS&A software, and they're the host, I believe, of that information.
That is, and so they can have all of the information that you're looking for on a particular property. Over towards the left of that site, they'll ask you what you're looking for. They'll ask you, do you want taxes? Do you want water? Do you want special assessment? Do you want the miscellaneous receivables? And when you get to that information, even just as an inquiry, then there's an option, I believe, over to the right that allows you to pay it. And it says, pay here.
Yeah.
And it won't say it if you don't owe anything.
Right. If you're just going to kind of surf and look for the option, unless you have a balance due, the option does not appear at all.
Right.
So if your water bill's paid off, your taxes are paid off, you don't have any sort of anything in arrears, that won't even be available.
Right, because we don't want anyone to overpay accidentally.
Sure. And just like the BS&A software is, this is all secured. That's why we use BS&A. That's why we have a different company that manages this for us, right?
That was one of the reasons that we kind of waited on the credit card taking, so that we had this company. It was secure. Your credit information is secure. And we do use a third-party administrator that works with BS&A called Point and Pay. Okay. And sometimes you might see that on your credit card statement.
Okay. Now, if you want to pay something over the phone, you actually don't call City Hall, correct?
No, you call the special number that we have. It is on our website, and if you look down towards all of the logos and everything, you'll see the telephone number. And I believe I have it. It's
844.
844. 392.
You're not fooling anybody.
Thank you. Right. Okay. Thank you, but you were supposed to keep that a secret. 844-392-3651.
Okay, so 844-392-3651.
Yes.
And you'll be into a system that deals specifically with this sort of thing.
Yes.
And they have access to our records to be able to determine what the taxpayer owes?
They do. So it's less easy over the phone, because you'll have to have in front of you the account number for either your water bill or your parcel ID number for your city bill, or the parcel ID number for any of the miscellaneous things. And they're going to ask you that information, and you're going to push the buttons and follow the prompt.
Okay. All right, very good. So basically, you can now use your credit card, your debit card. This doesn't have to be a credit card. We kind of threw out that term credit card. But for those that just want to use a debit card, same thing.
As long as it has that Visa logo or MasterCard logo, then yes, you can use that.
Okay, absolutely. All right, and that's, again, anything that you can pay here at City Hall, you can come in and use your credit card or debit card. And anything that you can access from the website, you can also use your credit card or debit card with.
Absolutely, and we still take old-fashioned cash and checks. And you can always call our office, 734-793-1620, and find out questions before you trek up here.
Okay. Now, you also still can sign up to have your water bill automatically taken out of your checking account.
Yes, as we have done for a number of years, you can sign up and say, you know what, I know what my water bill is going to be. I don't want to have to worry about writing out that bill every 2 months. So you can sign up for and give us your information, and we'll automatically take the payment out of your account, and you'll still get a bill. The bill will say we're going to take it out of your account on such a day, so you'll know when that is going to be coming, and you're all set.
Since we're talking about such evil things as taxes and water bills, tax bills will be sent out very soon to those who pay the bill directly to the city.
Yay, tax bills are due. I know everyone's all excited because that means our city services are going to be paid for, and we love that. So yes, tax bills, as always, come out July 1st. You'll get yours the first week in July, and they are due and payable anytime before August 31st without penalty.
And if you have it taken out, if your bank deals with it, your mortgage company, you don't normally see anything, correct?
You normally don't see anything, but you can still go on that same BS&A site that we were talking about earlier, and you can look at what your tax bills are. You can print it out for your tax preparer later on, or you can stop up at City Hall if you just want to visit us. And
we've been talking about BS&A, but it's just the city website, www.gardencitymi.org, and everything that you want you can access from the homepage. Yes. Also, you will begin to become very busy as the clerk regarding elections coming up. We have several elections, statewide elections, state rep, state senator, U.S. Congress, county commission, county executive. Lots going on as far as elections for you this fall.
Yes, there's a millage proposal for a smart bus, and that election is Tuesday, August 5th.
All right, and then there's a general election coming up. This is a primary plus that millage election in August, and then there's the general election in November.
Correct. And remember, the primary, you have to vote a straight ticket. You have to vote for one party or the other. And we'll always have our election workers here to explain to you how to do that. If you have any confusion, you can always call our office.
And to clarify, the primary is only for the Republicans and the Democrats. So anyone that is from another party, an alternate party, the Green Party, any of those parties, right, they don't show up until the general election in November because they elect their people, or they nominate their people at conventions instead.
That is correct.
Okay.
And so I think Michigan law says that the major parties, however they define that, and that always comes out to be Democrats and Republicans.
Okay. And then we'll have Meet the Candidates here on GCTV the 3 weeks leading up to the election, and that will be for the congressional seat, the U.S. House, the state Senate, and the state representatives. So we'll have candidates for those offices here on GCTV the 3 weeks leading up to the election.
We do.
All right, well, I want to thank you very much for taking time to explain this to us and talk about some other stuff, and wish you good luck. How's it going so far, by the way? Because this has been about a month now, right?
It is going very well, no hiccups yet, and so it was fun meeting for the first time someone who wanted to be able to pay it, and being able to go over there and say, we can take your credit card, so that was very good. I understand you have an anniversary coming up, and Garden City
We are in the middle of our 30th year. Yes, we are.
And congratulations. We are so lucky to have you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. We'll have more Omni Edition Garden City right after you watch this.
DIA. Let yourself go.
Hello and welcome to Omni Edition Garden
Planning
City.
for a better tomorrow.
It's not new.
The Garden City Cougar Marching Band. His 5th consecutive term.
Little black ash basket.
Now if either one of us had something interesting to say.
How am I helping plan for a better tomorrow in Garden City? The building just didn't appear or happen because we wanted it.
Still relatively new chief of police.
What attracted you to it?
I don't know. I didn't want to at first, but they do a lot of fun stuff.
Still relatively new city manager.
Congratulations, things are going very well.
Happy holidays to you.
Thank you.
Received this ransom note for the trophy.
And Happy New Year, sir. Thank you, Dan, and Happy New Year to you.
At Garden City Park with Pat McCart. Congratulations on your new job as city manager.
The 13th annual Garden City Garden Walk. Look up the Garden City Chronicles.
It's caught for a touchdown.
Celebrate gardens in Garden City.
Glad to have you here. What is the atmosphere upstairs? That's Omni Edition Garden City for this week. Thanks very much for watching, and thanks to everyone for appearing on the program. Again, don't forget we have City Council coming up on July 14th. Free movie, The Lego Movie, July 16th, located next to the Moose, between the Moose and the Allstate office, and Meet the Candidates coming up right here on GCTV. My thanks to everyone who helped produce the program today, including Christian Gibbons, Zach King, Jason Merrill, and Jeff Sorensen. I'm Dan York. Thanks for watching, and good night, everybody.